watching horror flicks. Virgos, that's what I saw when I picked up the energy behind your cards was a sea serpent and then a bag of popcorn or a thing of popcorn from the movie theater. So maybe you guys are just watching horror flicks, but there's also a sense of watching something that is kind of like hard to look at. So 10 of Cups and enjoying it. So like this is you being with family, friends, you're in a good vibe, right? 10 of Cups. And yet you're next to the 6 of Wands. It's like a car wreck. It's like somebody being unsuccessful. So it feels almost like you're watching it from a distance. And then look at the rest of the cards. We've got 6 of Swords next to the Devil. That is it wasn't just a car wreck. The car blew up. There's bodies everywhere. And with the 8 of Cups here, there's probably dead. There's probably either death or loss. There's definitely a sense of loss with the 8 of Cups. Now, with the Knight of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands, again, you guys might not be involved in this. It might be one of those things where you're driving by and you're watching a car crash, or you're watching the movie where the person gets, murdered in the movie. And it's not you because, let me move these cards out of the way, because 7 of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles is you guys kind of just, this is like day-to-day crap. This is like you guys being protected, 7 of Wands, and you guys having your daily bread. There's really no issue here. It's just a weird vibe of enjoying, feeling maybe afraid, like Halloween vibes, like getting scared, letting yourself get scared, watching a horror flick. There's maybe getting a sense of adrenaline from situations where you could potentially, lose something. And you could potentially like break your leg. Like maybe you guys are doing some dangerous stuff like mountain climbing, stuff where you're putting your life on the line, right? And you're getting a sense of adrenaline from doing that, from your potential lack of success. The 6 of Wands reversed. All right, let's pull more cards and see if we can find out more information. Tell me more about this reading for Virgo. Tell me more. What's going on with Virgo? The ear. What did I say about somebody else? The ear is what you hear, or it's hearsay potentially. So again, this could just be something you heard about somebody else who had a car wreck, whose maybe life is a dumpster fire, and you're like, oh, ugh. And for whatever reason, you're cool in your own environment. You're cool. You're good. Let's see what else. Yeah, Jupiter. Jupiter is, you guys are blessed. You guys are blessed. All the stuff that I'm talking about is stuff that you hear about. You just hear about bad stuff happening. Now, maybe this is just the news where you hear about people dying somewhere else in the world. And, the horrors of what's happening, in the Middle East and people dying and wherever else, the whole war with Ukraine and Russia and all the other places that are having war. It's like that stuff is potentially the devil. And that stuff might be the stuff that you're watching from your couch, from the comfort of your couch. All right, now let's see where this is going. Let's pull a couple more cards from the top. Yeah, see, there's a disconnect. Look, we've got the left turn arrow, the house, and the city. There's a disconnect between your house and the things that you're watching on TV. So maybe you're watching crime dramas, those like crime stories, detective stories, or like those documentaries about serial killers. That's actually huge right now too. I bet a lot of you guys are doing that. But it has nothing to do with you, right? It's not on your street, left turn arrow, with your house. Your house is not on that street. It's a different city. And your street is fine. Your house is fine. But you guys are watching this and enjoying it. I think some of you guys are watching documentaries. Let's pull some advice and see what we get for advice for you guys. Anything else here for my Virgos? I have some advice for my Virgos. This is all well and good, but what's the point, right? What's the advice? Why are they telling us this? What's the advice behind this reading? What's the advice here? What's the advice for Virgo? What's the point of this reading? What's the advice? Yeah, look at this. We've got 7 of Swords and then Judgment. It's for the shock value. It's for the shock value, and it's like it's not real. Maybe it's literally fiction that you're watching on TV. It's a horror flick, like I said before. 7 of Swords is false. It's a falsehood. It's something that's fake or a lie. And then Judgment is kind of like a shock. So yeah, it's like you're watching. It's not real, or maybe it's not completely real, or it's doctored or whatever, because it's actors. But you're watching it for the shock value. Let's see what else there is. Okay, so now we're finally getting advice. So we're finally getting to the advice part of this, because it's like the Ace of Wands with the 5 of Cups is, don't let yourself be upset by the things that you're watching. That is the dumpster fire. Whether, like I said, this is about the war, this is a horror flick, and you're having nightmares. It's like, don't let this, you're actually putting yourself in the line of fire to be upset, to be angrier. in general. Be aware of that. And that's part of the advice is the Queen of Swords is awareness that you could just be, it's like this stuff is triggering to you and it's sitting inside you. It's like watching this stuff about the war, you know, the Israel-Hamas war, watching it all the time, it's like sits in you. You're getting angsty. And that's the Ace of Wands, is getting pissed off, getting bitter, and it's pay attention to that. Pay attention to how you're feeling because you're absorbing so much of this negativity into yourself. Pay attention to that. Let's see what we get out of the Oracle. Tell me more. Anything else for advice? Stop it. Pretty straightforward advice here, guys. Virgos, it's time to take a break from the news. It's time to take a break from the horror flicks. It's time to take a break from the things that actually are background stressing you out, making you angry. But you kind of, it's like a morbid curiosity. It's just take a break from your morbid curiosities at the moment because it's starting to build. And maybe at some point you're just going to start taking it out on people because you're just so pissed off about something completely unrelated to your life because you're just absorbing it so much. You're feeding into it. All right, that's pretty straightforward, guys. Virgos, that is your reading. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys want to support my channel, support what I do, go ahead and check out Patreon. I have a lot of cool stuff on there. I have stuff for your signs. I have a monthly reading, some love reading stuff. So go ahead and check that out and support my work. I really appreciate it. See you guys next time.